What would have been good advice in 1990 that would be terrible advice in 2020? Be more like Bill Cosby and less like Eddie Murphy. Just show up to the airport an hour before your flight. You'll make it in plenty of time. Watch this video until the end for good luck. I used to know people back then who would enter a million different sweepstakes and constantly win free stuff. That was back when they were actual promotions and not just tricks to get your personal info into their database. Now anyone who knows anything about the internet should know better. Snail mail in your resume 2 hours to apply for the job. Printing it on scented cardstock as an extra touch. For extra gumption, just walked into the office and asked to see the hour manager to hand in your resume personally. Put some of your savings into a CD, certificate of deposit. True 1988 story. One of my childless great aunts gave all of her great nieces and nephews $10,000 to put into our college funds. I put mine into a CD. That $10,000 made $88 per month. Not per year, month. My teenage brain did the math and said if I can do that a few more times then I'm set for life. Now a $10,000 CD is at about 1.5% APY for 6 months and literally 0.02% for 12 months. You'd make $2 in a year. Go to college. Doesn't matter what you study, just get a degree and you'll have a ton of good jobs waiting for you when you get out. Install built-in shelving to store all the books and removable storage media you've collected. Those obscure Disney movies you like won't be available in 30 years. If you put tape over the holes on the top of your cassette tape you can record over an old tape. Best way to catch that song on the radio. Buy as much house as you can afford. I don't think we'll see the inflation in big home prices like in the past. Big home sales in my area have been stagnant in spite of the good economy. In UK, go to uni. Do it now. Take that totally free degree and keep it. F***ing keep it because it's free. Buy a house. Do it now. Buy that cheapest property that will jump in value by 400% in 30 years. Live on noodles and water for a few years because f*** it. Your retirement is sorted. Getting into a prestigious school or college or university pretty much the only guarantee to a decent well-paying job which in turn makes sure that you will have a good life. When it comes to girls, just be persistent and don't take no. It was actually bad advice then, but it was the advice everybody seemed to give. 1990, don't get caught in a lie. It will ruin your political career. 2020, lie, then deny and have the media support this lie and you'll go very far. Half the parenting advice I get from my mom, who had me in 92, is terrible. Spanking isn't that bad. Make sure timeouts are super long. Car seats aren't that important. Introduce solids really early. It's okay if an 11-year-old babysits. I can go on. Wait after 11 PM to call someone. For millennials and Gen Zers, landline phone calls were charged by the minute, like $2.39 for phone calls from one state to another, sometimes one county to another. For long distance phone calls, it sometimes cost 80% less to call after 11 PM. People expected calls late at night because of this. Now, they just yell, "Why didn't you text me?" Just walk right in, hand them your resume, and give a firm handshake. I've had a place post a sign outside saying to inquire within, only for them to tell me to go apply online. Gee f***ing thanks for the sign, then may as well have put a piece of paper with your website outside then. F*** you Albertsons. Stop by Blockbuster and grab a movie. Don't forget to pop into the travel agents and see if they have any deals. Hey, grab me a pack of Opal fruits and the TV Times from Woolworths on your way past, would you? My mom in 1990. Don't get in cars with strangers. Don't trust people on the internet. Don't tell strangers where you live. Me in 2020 uses the internet to procure an Uber to take me home. Amazon is a bad investment. All they sell are books. I'm kicking myself to this day listening to my investment savvy friend. I originally planned on investing when there were rumors of them going public 2 years later. Just walk in and ask if they have any job openings. Why don't you call up company and ask if they're hiring? Don't eat so much meat, you'll get fat. Here, eat this candy to kill your appetite. Although truthfully it's terrible advice in both eras. Taking naked photos of yourself in the 90s would creep out your girlfriend. Taking naked photos and emailing them to your girlfriend would creep out the NSA agent. Work where I work now. I work at a factory in rural Ohio, USA. I'm 27, so most of the employees here lap me by several decades. The young people who get hired tend to only last a few weeks, and that's at a quarter of the pay and benefits older employees who started in the same exact spot still have. There is massive discrimination against younger people here, but I'm a contractor, so my spot doesn't really factor in, except that normal employees in my department used to make $15 starting until they contracted out. Now I make $14 an hour as a supervisor. Our plant manager makes around $500,000 a year. A shift supervisor makes about $70,000 a year. Those folks have all been here at least 15 plus years. The oldest maintenance guys make $30 an hour to basically do nothing because they are all pushing 70 years old and can't do much physically. All of those guys were hired right out of high school and trained here. To get that same job now requires a tech school certificate in industrial maintenance. The nearest tech school charges $8,000 for this amount of training, and a starting maintenance guy here makes $11.70 per hour. Factory work was really good in the USA, and still is, if you were born in a time that got you a job in the 1980s. A JED is fine, you'll get a good manufacturing job and pension. As Gen X that was a lie then, a black truth to millennials/Gen, and not even in scope for Gen Z. You might as well offer burning eucalyptus to Gen Z. Oh wait, thank you boomers. Don't worry about student loans, just get a degree. It doesn't matter what degree, just as long as you have one. That was verbatim from a CEO that came to talk to a high school class. This was right after Clinton pretty much f***ed over student loans, though no one wanted to admit it or realized it. If your girlfriend breaks up with you, just stand outside of her bedroom window blasting Peter Gabriel at full volume. She'll be sure to take you back. It worked for Lloyd Dobler. It surely will work for you. Go to college. Colleges are overpriced and the quality of education has plummeted. Go to a trade school. You very likely will make more money and become much more useful and productive. Go to college. Because you would earn more money, which was true then for any field, except education. The 90s, that was the decade we, USA, started t***ing on teachers. Today, there is no guarantee that anyone who graduated with a 4-year degree will enter or stay employed in their field, and will also bear the burden of crushing student loan debt for most of their adult life. You can walk straight up to the gate at the airport. No need to leave too early. Now we must wait in smelly sweaty lines so that Sa can touch our junk. Always carry a quarter in case you need to use the payphone. My mom always insisted this. It was great when I was a teenager, since most of us had pagers lol, but honestly don't think I've even seen a payphone in years. Just go to college. Trust me. Everything will work out for you if you just have that degree. Buy houses, they only go up in value. Computers are a fad. Stop wasting your time with them. The government would never spy on you. Take off the tinfoil hat. Go in person to the store where you applied to work and introduce yourself. A lot of places I've worked will throw out your application if you do that. If you applied online you should remain online until they ask to see you in person. Be happy, you are dawning on a century of pure innovation and everything is just gonna get better. Besides there will always be another Star Wars movie. People aren't thinking about what you said or did nearly as much as you think they are. They're thinking about what they said and did at the time. So you don't need to beat yourself up over mistakes forever. Just grow from it and move along. Go ahead and just max out your student loans every semester. The interest rate is insanely low and you'll be able to pay it off within a few years anyways. It's not like credit card debt or something. Over the summer, you can get a part-time job and save it for books and other expenses. Go and buy savings bonds and it'll make you quite a bit of money. In 1990 it may have made you money if you cashed them in now, but rates are so low now that it doesn't even make sense to buy them. There's this company with a great future in telecommunications and mobile industries. You should really think about investing. It's called Nokia. Don't talk to strangers on the internet. Then Reddit happened. Companies started using instant messaging for customer service, and online dating started. On the other hand, don't send pictures of your to strangers on the internet still holds up. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Let us know your thoughts on this topic. See you soon.